Hey everybody, I want to talk to you briefly about AI strategy. I talk to a lot of clients, I spend a lot of time delivering AI work, sometimes on the blueprint strategy side, sometimes in the implementation side. And there's a common misconception that I find that I wanted to help you out. We have found here in Accenture that there's actually 5 imperatives of a successful AI strategy. And literally, those 5 imperatives will change how you approach AI. Number 1 is what we call value led. So you lead with value. And within that particular step, you need to make sure, folks, that you identify tangible metrics that you can influence. We call it metrics that matter. And the way I personally like to start is I look across a domain, and a domain can be a process area, can be a function, or can be a segment of the value chain. That's very important because once you identify the opportunity within a domain, then you distill down to 3 to 5 metrics that you can influence. And you compare, you benchmark them. You look at what tier 1, top tier, top quartile performance looks like within that. What are the boundaries of that particular domain? Physical constraints, right? If it's a physical type of process and operations, but you basically set up a new performance frontier, and then that brings you to the next step, which is you can break that down into what are the processes that support my domain and feed those KPIs, those metrics that matter. Within those processes, it's going to become very obvious once you start looking into it with a value lens, where the choke points are, where the opportunities to eliminate, to reduce, or to raise performance or to create new performance are. And I think as you look to it, you look through the process, you will find also what we call the AI hotspots. So where are the perfect spots for you to deploy AI that's going to help you design a future state that is basically helping you achieve that new performance frontier. That's where the agentic workflows come in. You design an integrated agentic workflow. But going back to the first step, I think it's extremely important that you, one, identify a domain where you can influence, typically cutting across 2 or 3 functions, so you remove silos. 2, you identify the metrics that matter, and within that, the must-win challenge, right? So what are the challenges I need to overcome to become a top-tier performance or to set a new performance frontier? And number 3 is we look for those hotspots. Next post, I'll talk more about how you go about the other 4 imperatives. So I just touched on value, which is imperative number 1. But then imperative number 2 is about reinventing our digital core. Imperative number 3 is about redesigning my talent and how I approach talent in the age of AI and agentic. Number 4 is about how I bring together responsible AI by design, embedded as I do this, as I do governance at machine speed. And finally, the 5th one that all the top performance companies and enterprises that have been scaling AI have adopted, which is continuous innovation. Next videos, I'll try to approach this, but it was front of mind, so I wanted to share with you guys. Hope you can get good use. Good luck all.